Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It may be hard to find a running lane today. The Panthers have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going up. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The running game will be a focus today. The Panthers have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going against the Vikings, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Finding some room at midfield. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On first down, Carter. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carter, and the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Panthers are going to get a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On second down, Carter. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
All right, here we go. Boom, 90.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Green, 39.
They'll run on first down. Carter. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Here we go now.
On first down, Carter. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carter. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Mike Evans. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got Evans. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 7 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it And that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Evans has it left side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Fighting down past the 45. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Carter trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carter, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Back to throw now on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Left side, Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally...
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And an alley to run. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll get it in the hands of Clark. Complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Let's go. Green.
On second down now, Carter, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. He's got it at the 15. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. They'll throw now on the final play, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Solomon Thomas in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got some space here. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
That's the second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. It's caught by Funchess. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right near the 27. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
All right, now, here we go. 56. Blue line, 56. Blue line, Detroit. Here we go. Detroit. 319. 319. Pick me up. Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
All right, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Jackson's got it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Now let's go.
Looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Evans. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it'll be 1st down, Vikings. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Evans. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This one taken from the 7. And an alley to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Carolina. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Evans has it left side. Mike Evans, he's going to go. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Evans with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Now let's go. Watch him now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30. Over. There we go now. Green.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. They go play action here on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. And hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. To throw again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Back to throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And bulldozing his way through. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Evans with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st down, Carter. Oh, he trucked him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They run the counter. Carter. He knocks him back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
All right, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They'll run on first down. Carter. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go now.
And here now it's second and goal. Ball in this. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Skirts by him at the 35. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go.
And he's able to find Diggs. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st down, Carter, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no doubt
some
about
pretzels, too, some hummus. Go crazy.
See, we've learned.
Go crazy.
We have learned the Madden way of doing things.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.